Hi friends, welcome back to Cooking with Aunt Dee. And boy, do I have a treat for you. Excuse my voice. It's croaky for some reason. Anyway, it's the beginning of the year and so many people are working on healthier eating plans, and I'm one of those people. Today is a day where I'm really craving something fattening, crunchy, but I'm trying to be committed to my plan. So I'm going to create a brand new recipe that I've never cooked before. I love chicken parmesan. I didn't have any boneless chicken breasts, but I had some turkey cutlets, also known as turkey chops, in my freezer. So today I'm going to make some turkey parmesan cutlets, but I'm using a very low calorie, low carb breadcrumb recipe that I created today. So do you want to get in the kitchen with me and learn how to cook this healthier version of Parmesan protein? And my protein is turkey. You can make it with chicken if you choose. All right, let's go. All right, if you wash your meat like I do, you've already washed it and patted it down. If you don't, that's fine, do you. You want to use about half of the seasonings that's listed in the recipe. Be sure and look in the description for the recipe. I'm seasoning the turkey cutlets first. And you guys know I love that W sauce. That I can't say it. I'm not going to try it today. It's too early for me. But I put that in just about all my recipes. Now I'm going to make my own breadcrumbs. And I'm using flax bread. Flaxseed bread. I ordered it online. You can look online and find some. I'm brushing them with a little bit of butter and some avocado oil. I'm flipping them over because I want them well toasted on each side. And this is what they look like. And to be honest, I recently discovered this bread and it works really good with cheese toast. So I'm going to try it in this recipe. You notice I have a sticker over here to the right that says low carb never looks so good. Someone recently said that those are distractions. This time they're absolutely right. I'm not giving free advertisements in this video to these brands that I use, unless they want to reach out to me, and then I'll give it to them. All right, I'm seasoning the breadcrumbs with the seasonings listed. If you look at the recipe, most of the seasonings have 1.5 teaspoons. So I'm using the half to season the breadcrumbs. I'm using some hemp seeds, some fennel seeds, some basil, a little rosemary. I'm placing them all in this Ninja. I'm using just a little pinch of red pepper. Not much. When I say a pinch, literally a pinch. You can put as much as you like depending on how spicy you like it. All right, I'm grinding it up. It's fine. Now I'm using 1 egg and about 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk, a pinch of Cajun seasoning. I whisk it together. Now I'm dumping out the breadcrumbs and I'm breaking down the lumps. So when you take yours out of your little blender or your Ninja, make sure you break down the lumps so that it's finely ground. I'm sprinkling in some of this grated Parmesan cheese. Now, my turkey cutlets set aside in the refrigerator for about an hour so that the seasonings can marinate. You want to dip your cutlet and coat it on each side with the egg and milk wash. Then gently coat your turkey cutlet. And while you're doing this, you have your skillet getting warm with a little butter and a little avocado oil. All right. And in this recipe, I'm using 4 cutlets, but it's enough to make 5 if you have 5 cutlets. So the serving size is 5. All right, you want to make sure that your burner is on medium-high heat. I'm brushing the skillet to make sure the bottom is coated with the avocado oil and the butter.
You want to gently lay your cutlets 2 at a time in your skillet. And then this part I'm using, some garlic and herb butter. Adding just a little bit of oil. You don't want to deep fry your cutlets. Let your cutlets sear on each side for about 3 minutes each. And I'm pressing it down to make sure that they're going to be cooked thoroughly. A little bit of the coating came off, but it's okay. Most of it stayed on, so it's okay. So each side cooked for about 3 minutes. And I really need a better skillet so that it wouldn't stick to the bottom. All right, I'm adding a little bit more butter for my next batch. Again, do 2 at a time. Give them a little space. Flip them over after 3 minutes, and I set the timer so I don't overcook them. If you overcook them, they'll be dried out. Pressing it down and make sure they are cooked thoroughly in the middle. Remove them. So about 6-7 minutes maximum to cook your turkey. Now I bought some store-bought garlic, and I think that was basil, I don't know. Marinara sauce. You can use whatever kind of marinara sauce you want. Put in a bowl. You want to season your marinara sauce. Now, I did the recipe nutritional value, and it is low carb and it is low calorie, but the sodium content is kind of high. So if you can find a way to cut down on the sodium, do that. Maybe find a low sodium marinara sauce. All right, you want to spread your marinara, not all of it. You want to save some in the bottom of your pan. Lay your cutlets down in that marinara sauce. And now the remaining marinara sauce, you want to gently pour it on top, spread it. And it didn't cover it as much as I would like, so I'm going to try and scrape this bowl and cover it up. All right, this is covered well. Now, I bought this Parmesan cheese from the deli section of the grocery store. It's shaved Parmesan cheese, and it melts really well. You want to spread some of that over each cutlet, over your pan with a little mozzarella. Bake it on 425 for about 10-15 minutes max. Take it out, and this is what we have. All right, give it a little dash of dried parsley, or if you have fresh parsley, that will work. Let it rest for 5 minutes and then enjoy.
All right, friends, I am so proud of myself because this is my first time making this. And I took a little bite before I put it in the oven with all the sauce. And just even without the marinara and cheese, that turkey cutlet is delicious. So let's go on and cut in here and see what it tastes like, okay? And I'm hiding this because I got off work and came straight home and started cooking. And I didn't change clothes like I normally do. All right. Oh, man. It smells good. Let's see. You see that? Yeah. That dish is fire. I promise you. It is so good. If I were rating this, which I'm going to rate it for you, it's just a 10 for me. You guys cook this dish, I want you to come back and let me know. Do you give it a 10 as well? I'm going to do one more bite. I just steamed some broccoli, but this right here, this is the star of tonight's dinner. It's not as high in calories or carbs. Not that I'm really watching carbs, but I'm just paying attention to both of them. And I created that little breadcrumb recipe today on the fly, and it is perfect. All right, and by the way, I'm back to work. I was off 3 weeks, so that's why you were able to get so many videos from me. Sometimes 2, maybe 3 in a week. I'm going to try and do 1 for sure, and maybe 2 since I'm back to work part-time, okay? All right. Oh yeah, don't forget to hit like, comment, subscribe, click that subscribe, and share. Peace.